What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. So today we're doing something differently today. So today we're hopping into Chatgpt for the first time, and we're gonna see how Chatgpt books the road to WrestleMania. But we're gonna use a specific wrestler in mind. I'm gonna try to do this maybe with multiple wrestlers, and whatnot. But I'm gonna do Liv Morgan for the first episode, and then maybe I'll do other wrestlers in the comment section down below. Let me know some wrestlers you guys would like to see me put into ChatGPT and see how ChatGPT books them going into certain pay-per-views and doing maybe even in certain companies even outside of the WWE. So we're gonna get into it. So we're gonna first start off. It says, what can we help you with? So let's say how would you book Liv Morgan winning the 2026 Royal Rumble? Oh, I almost spelled it wrong. They're probably going to be very confused in what do I mean and whatnot. But let's see what happens when I do this. Oh, I put too many twos. All right, so let's see how would you book Liv Morgan winning the 2026 Royal Rumble? Let's see what it gives us and whatnot, and see. Let's see. Okay, so it looks like they're giving us a potential. Okay, so it's booking the road to Royal Rumble. It's booking the match as well. Okay, so it says booking Liv Morgan to win the 2026 Women's Royal Rumble offers an exciting opportunity to elevate her character and set the stage for a compelling WrestleMania storyline. Here's a detailed plan to make her victory impactful. So background, as of late 2025, Liv Morgan is a prominent member of the Judgment Day, which she is, holds the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship alongside Raquel. Her character has taken a darker turn, showcasing more aggressive and cunning traits. Royal Rumble setting. The 2026 Royal Rumble is scheduled to take place in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, making the first time this event is held outside of North America. This is so far interesting. Y'all. This is so far interesting. Okay, booking the Royal Rumble match. Entry number. Liv enters the match at number 1. Okay. Emphasizing her resilience and determination. Key eliminations throughout the match. Liv eliminates several top competitors, including Nia Jax, Bianca Belair, and her tag team partner, Raquel Rodriguez. Eliminating Raquel adds tension to their partnership, sets up potential future storylines. Final 4, the match narrows down to Liv Morgan, Charlotte Flair, Roxanne Perez, and Io Sky. Okay, this is an interesting Final 4. Honestly, this should have been the Final 4 of this year's Royal Rumble match. Climatic finish. In a dramatic sequence, Liv manages to outlast the final competitors, ultimately eliminating Charlotte Flair to win the match. This victory not only cements the endurance, but also positions her as a top contender heading into WrestleMania. Okay, so for WrestleMania 42 build-up. Post-Rumble decision. Following her Royal Rumble win, Liv announces her intentions to challenge for the Raw Women's World Championship at WrestleMania 42. Feud development. This week's lead up to WrestleMania are filled with intense promos and confrontations between Liv Morgan and the reigning champion. Liv's darker persona and her association with the Judgment Day adds layers to the storyline, making it one of the most anticipated matches on the card. So final thoughts, this booking not only highlights Liv Morgan's growth as performer, but also provides fresh narrative opportunities within WWE's division. Her Royal Rumble win serves as a catalyst for new rivalries and character developments, ensuring a dynamic, engaging road to WrestleMania. Okay, so it gives us this right here, but I want to also ask ChatGPT. I think I can ask again. Okay, um, who should Liv Morgan choose following her Rumble win? I'm trying. I know she said the women. They said women's world champion, so it seems like on Raw. But I want to know who's gonna be the champion. Okay, let's see what ChatGPT says. Okay. Oh no, 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 no. Oh my god, not Rhea Ripley. Rhea, come on. Wait. Okay, gives us options. I was just about I spoke too soon. I spoke too soon. Following her Royal Rumble win, Liv Morgan should choose her WrestleMania opponent based on story, character alignment, and long-term impact. Here are three top options ranked by narrative, strength, and potential. The first one is Rhea Ripley, Raw Women's Champion, Judgment Day tension. Liv and Rhea have a real life and on-screen history as former tag partners and Judgment Day allies. If Liv is still aligned with them, Liv chooses to face Rhea, creates a personal high stakes feud fueled by betrayal, ambition, and dominance. A dark, edgier Liv versus dominant champion Rhea is a fresh clash of two distinct personas. Booking bonus. The match would likely be one of the most emotional driven women's title bouts in WrestleMania history. If Liv wins, it could symbolize a torch passing moment or start of her top tier singles run. If Rhea is the babyface by then and Liv is leaning heel, it flips the prior dynamic perfectly. Okay, so we have Bianca. So why it works? Bianca is a perennial powerhouse. Liv is the scrappy underdog. The clash in styles writes itself. If Bianca is champion again, Liv challenging her could signal her growth into a serious contender. This match has a great WrestleMania quality feel with minimal baggage. Clean, competitive, and high energy. Booking bonus could be used to turn Liv fully heel, especially if she cheats or goes aggressive to win. And it has like here, athletic versus gritty. Okay, and then we have Charlotte. So let's see what ChatGPT has to say about Charlotte. So why it works. Charlotte embodies the legacy and privilege Liv has fought against for years. Liv eliminating Charlotte in the final moments of the Rumble could build imminent heat. This would be a major prove-it moment for Liv. Liv beating someone like Charlotte on the biggest stage. Booking bonus. Flair can help elevate Liv with a big match feel even in defeat. Feud writes itself around earning respect and breaking glass ceilings. And then it has the final verdict down here. And we also can book promos. We're going to say what promos we can have for Liv going up against maybe these different competitors. Okay, final verdict. Have Liv choose Rhea Ripley. It's the richest story with real character development potential. Whether Liv is portrayed as a dark anti-hero betraying her faction or as a rebellious babyface breaking free from the Judgment Day's grip, it puts her in the spotlight against WWE's most dominant women's champion and gives WrestleMania a marquee women's match. Want me to help write the build-up promos or full matches? Okay, so I want to see what could the promos look like for each one of these competitors. So what would Liv Morgan say to Bianca? What would okay, I'm trying to figure out how to word this so it can sound right. What would Liv Morgan say to Bianca Belair if she chooses her at WrestleMania? In a promo. Okay, so we're gonna see how this. Well, let's see how they do this. Now we're gonna go through each one of these different scenarios and see what happens. Okay, so they're giving us a whole script at this point. Okay, so it looks like we're about to get a whole promo, bro. It's funny, bro. I'm loving this. I'm actually loving ChatGPT so far. Okay, so if Liv Morgan chooses Bianca as her WrestleMania opponent after winning the 2026 Royal Rumble, her promo should be bold, personal, and highlight the contrast between Liv's grit versus Bianca's dominance. Here's a sample promo Liv could cut on Raw or SmackDown, ideally in the ring with Bianca present. Liv Morgan promo to Bianca WrestleMania 42 challenge. Bianca, I've watched you dominate this division for years. I've seen the headlines, the merch, the accolades. You're the EST of WWE, but you've never faced someone like me at WrestleMania. See, while you were main eventing, I was climbing my way up from nothing. I wasn't handed a rocket. I lit my own fuse. I underestimated, overlooked. I was underestimated, overlooked, broken down, but I never quit. And now I stand here as the 2026 Royal Rumble winner. I earned this shot and I'm not wasting it. So I'm choosing you, Bianca. No, just because you're the champion, but because I want to beat the very best at her absolute best. At WrestleMania, it's not just about titles. It's about legacy. I'm done being the girl with potential. I'm done being second best. I'm coming for that title and your crown. So stares Bianca down. At WrestleMania, the EST becomes just another chapter in Liv Morgan's story. This type of promo keeps Liv intense, determined, and possibly leaning tweener or anti-hero. Respects Bianca's dominance without backing down, highlights their contrasting journeys, Bianca's dominance versus Liv resilience, builds up high-stakes personal showdown. What should we're getting a whole storyline. Okay, what should Bianca's comeback to Liv be? Okay, so let's see what Bianca's gonna say in this whole scenario and whatnot, because I feel like they're gonna say something after this, and maybe we're gonna look at the other options as well. I'm actually really looking forward to this. Dude, hey, chat. I don't know why I'm saying chat when I'm not streaming, but like this is really like lit. It's crazy how literally ChatGPT is giving us a better storyline than some things WWE actually gives us, like in real life, and it's crazy. Okay, it says here's how Bianca could respond to Liv Morgan's challenge at WrestleMania, delivering a confident, sharp, and respectful but firm promo that reinforces her champion persona. Bianca's comeback promo to Liv Morgan. Okay, Liv, I see you. You won the Royal Rumble. You earned a shot, and I respect that. You want the biggest stage? You got it. But let me make one thing real clear. Just because you struggle to get here doesn't mean you're ready to stay here. You talk about being overlooked, disrespected. I know all about that too. But the difference is I turned that into dominance. I didn't just fight for my moment. I owned it. You say you want the best, you want to beat the best, then you better bring more than just passion, pain, and a sad story. Because at WrestleMania, you're not just stepping in the ring with the champion. You're stepping in the ring with the EST, the strongest, the fastest, the toughest, and the one who's gonna remind you exactly why I run this division. So come WrestleMania, bring your fire, bring your hunger, but don't get it twisted. I'm not your next chapter. I'm your final boss. Oh, why this promo works? It keeps Bianca respectful but not soft. She stays in character as the confident, dominant champion. She acknowledges Liv's struggle, but positions herself as the top dog Liv still can't beat. The final line, "I'm your final boss," gives the promo a mic drop moment for the audience to remember. And then it says, how would you like to see the feud be mapped out week by week? Yeah, let's see how this feud, how should this feud be mapped out week by week? Week by week, leading into WrestleMania. This didn't autocorrect. All right, let's see how. uh how should this feud be mapped out week by week leading into WrestleMania? So let's see what happens. Okay, a week by week breakdown of the Liv Morgan versus Bianca Belair feud leading into WrestleMania 42, assumed to be in early April 2026. This builds tension, character depth, and hype without overexposing the match before the big night. WrestleMania 6-week build timeline. Week 1, Liv Morgan. Okay, the Royal Rumble follow-up. Liv chooses Bianca. Raw or SmackDown, depending on brand alignment. Liv cuts a passionate promo, officially choosing Bianca. Bianca responds live with her confident rebuttal. They stare down, no physical yet, but build anticipation. Okay, week 2, tag team collision. A tag team main event, Bianca and a partner, maybe example, Jade Cargill versus Liv Morgan and Raquel, or another ally. Miscommunication causes Liv to take the pin. Post-match, Liv shows frustration, teasing cracks in her "I've got this" underdog fire persona. Theme: Liv's emotional violity. I think that means vitality. I don't know what they're trying to say. Begins to surface. Week 3 sit-down interview. It's pre-taped. W airs split screen interviews. Think Rock versus Austin. Liv discusses how she's tired of being seen as second tier. She's done playing nice. Bianca says she respects Liv, but respect doesn't mean I'll go easy on her. And then it's psychological groundwork. Liv's intensity sharpens. Week 4, physicality brews or begins and stuff like that. Liv ambushes Bianca during or after a match. Her heel edge shows. She screams, "You're not better than me. You've just had more chances," which is this is true. Bianca fights back, but Liv escapes before a full brawl erupts. Liv turns more desperate and aggressive. Tweener or heel shift solidifies. Week 5, the contract signing. Classic contract signing, but serious tone. Bianca tells Liv she's not ready to carry that title, let alone the division. Liv signs and says, "I didn't survive all this just to be second best again. I'm walking out of WrestleMania as champion, whether you believe it or not. No table spot. Save the violence for next week." I guess pretty much Adam Pearce saying that. And then week 6, the go home show, an all out brawl. And then you have the WrestleMania setup and stuff like that. Stipulation: possibly no DQ or last man standing. Bonus notes: Liv should feel like a true threat by Mania, not just a Rumble winner. Bianca. Let's see how the WrestleMania match. How would the WrestleMania match between Liv and Bianca play out? And we'll see how this goes. Maybe we'll get into some of the other names that we're on the list that we have. Okay, here's how the WrestleMania 42 match between Liv Morgan and Bianca could play out. A dramatic, emotional charged 20 to 25 minute singles match that feels like a main event for the women's division. Match: Bianca versus Liv Morgan for the WWE Women's Championship. Opening big fight feel. Both women get full interest in. Bianca feels pageantry, possibly a marching band or a dancing Liv with a darker cinematic entrance showcasing her evolution. That would kind of be cool, seeing the evolution of Liv up until this point. Intense face-to-face stare down after the ring moments. Crowd is split, adding to the tension, dueling EST and "Let's Go Liv" chants. Early minutes, technical and respectful chain wrestling counters, both trying to prove who's the better wrestler. Bianca uses athleticism. Liv counters with her scrappy unpredictability. Liv slaps Bianca across face mid-match. The mood shifts. Tone shift. Respect dissolves. It's now personal. Middle phase. Aggression escalates. Liv works the knee of Bianca to neutralize the KOD. Bianca hits one a one-legged suplex to show resiliency. Liv dodges a springboard moonsault and hits a middle rope oblivion for a close 2 count. False finish. Crowd gas. Liv gets frustrated and starts yelling at the ref, as she usually does. Momentum swings. Near falls. Liv removes the top turnbuckle pad when the ref is distracted, teasing a heel tactic. Bianca avoids it and hoists Liv for a one-legged KOD. Liv rakes the eyes to escape. Liv slams Bianca into the exposed steel, hits a second oblivion. Bianca kicks out at 2.99. Liv is shocked, screaming, "Why won't you stay down?" And you got the final moments. Liv grabs Bianca's braid, taunting her. Bianca yanks Liv in the braid, hits a rolling KOD out of nowhere. Delayed cover 1-2 kick out. Crowd goes wild. Bianca hits a second KOD, this time directly onto the exposed turnbuckle. 1-2-3. Bianca retains. Post-match, Liv is down, nearly crying, clutching her ribs, devastated but not broken. Bianca offers a handshake. Liv stares at her, then rolls out silently, refusing the gesture. Commentary says that Liv Morgan came closer than ever, but maybe not close enough. So match theme and outcome. Bianca retains. Liv is fully legitimized as a serious top tier threat. Liv's heel edge is deepened, keeps the door open for a rematch. Would you? I would like to see if they would book how would they book a rematch? How would you book the rematch? Let's see how they would do this. Okay, here's how to book the rematch between Liv Morgan and Bianca following their epic WrestleMania clash, one that elevates both women and potentially crowns Liv as the champion as champion at the right time. Overall goal: let Liv complete her arc from underdog to cunning champion, cement Bianca as the face of the division while introducing real vulnerability. Make the rematch feel necessary, earned, and dangerous. Night after Mania, Raw. It's matter Liv interrupts Bianca's victory speech. She's bruised and bitter. "I gave you everything I had. You didn't beat me. You survived me." She demands a rematch. Bianca refuses at first. "I beat you clean. No excuses." Tension escalates for over 2-3 weeks, with Liv becoming more erratic, vicious. Full heel turn begins. Turning point. Liv snaps. Liv attacks Bianca backstage, driving her into production equipment or injuring her. Kayfabe: Bianca is written off TV for 1 to 2 weeks. When she returns, she's angry, not just to defend her title, but to shut Liv up once and for all. GM announces Liv versus Bianca 2 at Backlash or Saudi Arabia's King and Queen of the Ring rematch. Liv versus Bianca, no DQ. Liv demanded it, and she's getting it. Open. Liv enters with a steel chair in hand, cocky and confident. Bianca serious, no smile, out for justice, no showmanship. Middle. Liv uses every shortcut, chair, kendo sticks, exposed turnbuckles, biting, etc. Bianca's power through showing incredible resilience and fire. She nearly wins after a brutal KOD on the ramp, but Liv kicks out just barely. Finish. Liv low blows Bianca. I'm surprised. I don't know how you can do that. Legal under, no DQ. Smashes her into a chair, then wraps Bianca's braid around her neck and chokes her out. Hits a chair assisted oblivion for the win. 1-2-3. Liv Morgan wins the women's championship. And if you want, you could do a trilogy at SummerSlam. This is absolutely interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. How would you book Liv Morgan versus Charlotte at Mania following Liv Morgan winning the Royal Rumble. I think that how we can do this. We'll do it like that. I want to see what the different outcomes are going to be. So we're gonna book Charlotte Flair following women following everything that's been happening. So this is definitely gonna be interesting. You guys comment down below. Let me guys know if you guys like these ideas, because these are some actually good, interesting storylines that I feel like even I can buy into as a fan, and I feel like maybe some of you guys can buy into as a fan as well. So the next one, we're not gonna do the Rhea Ripley one. I don't really care to see that feud actually happen again, but I'm actually looking forward to seeing Charlotte or Bianca happen, because these are two storylines that I don't think we've seen in quite some time. So I think the last time we seen Liv and Charlotte was like 2020, and the same thing could be said for her and Bianca, or like 2021, I think. So it's been quite some time since we've seen those two action class and stuff. So it says booking Liv Morgan for Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania following Liv Morgan's Royal Rumble win is a golden opportunity to solidify Liv as a top star by having her conquer the final boss of the women's division, Charlotte Flair. Here's a full breakdown how to book it. The story. Proving ground. Liv Morgan, I've scratched, clawed, and bled for every inch of respect I've earned, and no one has tried harder to keep me under their boot than Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair, you're not on my level. Charlotte Flair says, you're not on my level. You never were, and you never will be. The core of this feud is legacy versus legitimacy. Now, this is a title of a storyline I can buy into. Charlotte is the gatekeeper. Liv is the rebellion. This match becomes about overcoming the last obstacle to greatness, week by week road to WrestleMania. Liv chooses Charlotte. Liv wins the Rumble on SmackDown or Raw. Charlotte comes out to mock her. You finally did it, Liv. You won the Rumble, but you picked the wrong queen. Liv stares down and simply says, I'm not scared of you. I'm done being scared of anyone. It says week 2 to 3 verbal war. Charlotte cuts promos mocking Liv's emotional roller coaster and lack of accomplishment, a lack of championship pedigree. Liv fires back. I've had to fight for everything you were handed at WrestleMania. I'm not asking for respect anymore. I'm taking it. Week 4. Match preview, tag, or contract signing. Liv and Charlotte are put in a tag match. Charlotte walks out mid-match, letting Liv get beat down. The next week, contract signing. Liv says Charlotte's scared of losing to someone who she doesn't respect. Charlotte slaps Liv and says, you're not a threat, you're a fluke. I'm going to end your Cinderella story before the ball even starts. Week 5, Liv attacks first. Liv finally snaps and lays out Charlotte with a chair or a surprise attack backstage. Commentary frames it as Liv shedding her underdog innocence. She's becoming dangerous. Week 6, go home show final, face to face. Charlotte says, WrestleMania is my kingdom, and you're just the jester. Liv says, then I guess I'll burn your kingdom down. Okay. WrestleMania match, Liv Morgan versus Charlotte Flair, standard one-on-one or no holds barred, if the feud gets more violent. Match structure, 20 to 22 minutes. Act 1, technical start. Charlotte dominates early with a veteran control and arrogance. Liv plays it cool, counters with resilience, ring awareness, and speed. Act 2, the fire builds. Charlotte trash talks mid-match. Liv slaps her hard and goes on the offensive. Liv dodges natural selection and hits middle rope oblivion 2.9 kickout. Act 3, high drama. Charlotte hits moonsault on the outside, figure 4 into figure 8, but Liv fights out. Liv reverses a top rope move into a sunset flip, another huge near fall. And you have the finish, Liv coronation. Charlotte tries to cheat, feet on the ropes for an object, ref catches it. Liv hits an oblivion, Charlotte kicks out, Liv screams in frustration. Final sequence, Charlotte goes for natural selection. Liv counters, hits a second oblivion, then traps her into a surprise submission. Charlotte taps out clean in the center of the ring. Okay, post-match moment. Liv collapses with the title, overwhelmed. Commentary says she didn't just beat a Flair, she beat the Flair. Charlotte exits in silence, glaring, giving Liv a reluctant nod of respect. Why this worked, Liv goes over clean, completing her underdog to ace arc. Charlotte loses nothing. She's the Flair of this generation and can bounce back. The women's division has made a new main eventer. Would you like to see the promo script for either? Yeah, I will. Let's look at how the promo script is gonna be. Um, what would the promos between Liv and Charlotte look like heading into WrestleMania? Let's see. I may have spelled that wrong, but okay, they did it for me. Okay, so they got the different promos. Okay, we're gonna see. Let's see what they says. Here's how you can script two key promos between Liv Morgan and Charlotte Flair in the lead up to their WrestleMania clash, each hitting the emotional beats of legacy, disrespect, and Liv's burning need to prove herself. Promo 1: Liv chooses Charlotte post Royal Rumble. Liv Morgan in ring, emotional, just composed. This isn't just about the title. This is about everything I've been told I'm not good enough to be. They said I was too emotional, too reckless, too soft, and you, Charlotte Flair, you've said it all with a smile on your face. That's why I'm choosing you. Because for years I've watched you walk around like you own this division, like you built it all by yourself. And maybe you did help build it, but I'm the one who's going to break it. Crowd pop. Charlotte music hits. She walks out with a smug, slow clap. And then Charlotte said on the ramp, laughing, "Oh, honey, you think beating 29 other women means you could beat me? You scratched and clawed your way to the top. I admire the effort. But let me make something very clear. I don't play underdog games. I crush them. You may be hungry, Liv, but I am inevitable. And at WrestleMania, you'll find out the hard way. I don't pass torches. I burn dreamers like you with them." And then you got the promo 2, which is the contract sign. Charlotte sitting at the table smirking. "You're the flavor of the month, Liv. You cry, the people cheer, you fall, they beg you to get back up, and every time they act like it's the biggest comeback story of all time. But let me tell you what happens when your story ends. It ends like all the others who came for my crown, flat on your back, staring at the lights while I'm holding the title." Liv Morgan's is dead serious. You don't get it, do you? This isn't just another match for me. It's my life. It's my obsession. It's every sleepless night, every scar, every time someone said I wasn't worth the spotlight. And at WrestleMania, when I beat you clean in the middle of that ring, that title isn't the only thing I'm taking. I'm taking your throne, your legacy. Because when I pin you, Charlotte, it won't be just a win. It'll be a reckoning. Liv signs the contract. Charlotte slowly rises, pretending to smile, then flips the table. They nearly brawl before security separates them. Why these promos work? Charlotte is pure confident, condescension, and royalty. The perfect foil. Liv shows grit, fury, and growth. She's not playing underdog anymore. She's taking control. Each promo builds layers, tension, and personal stakes. Would you like this, like a final face-up promo? Yes, I'm definitely looking forward to this. What would the final promo battle be? Let's see here. Yeah, the final promo battle be between Liv and Charlotte before WrestleMania. Okay, let's see. Okay, here's a full script style final promo battle between Liv Morgan and Charlotte on the go-home show before WrestleMania. The last War Words before they collide for the Women's Championship. This one is personal, it's sharp, emotional, and shows Liv's finally standing toe-to-toe with Charlotte, not just in presence, but in power. Setting. Main event segment on SmackDown. In-ring, spotlight chairs, microphones, no GM, no table. Just two women face-to-face. Charlotte already in the ring. Liv enters to a strong crowd reaction. Charlotte Flair, "You're not me." "You know what, Liv? I'm impressed. I didn't think you had the guts to make it this far, but now that we're days away from WrestleMania, let's get one thing clear. You don't belong in the same ring as me. You're not a legacy. You're not a dynasty. You're a nice little moment, a fan favorite, a good tweet, but you're not me. Because I'm not just a Flair, I'm WrestleMania. I've main evented this show. I've made history, I've ended careers, and after Sunday, you'll just be another sad little footnote in mine. Charlotte smirks, Liv stares, expression unreadable. Liv Morgan, you're right, I'm not you. It's a slow, calm type of feel. You're right, Charlotte, I'm not you. I don't have a famous last name. I don't have a generational privilege. I didn't walk into W with the crown already waiting for me. I walked in with nothing but a dream, and I busted a pair of boots. I've slept on floors, cried on locker rooms, been laughed and at backstage and told no more times than you've been told thank you. Step closer. Okay, it says, but I'm still here. Not because of my name, but because of my fight. And at WrestleMania, I'm not coming to outshine your legacy. I'm coming to end it. Crowd reacts. Because the fairy tales over Charlotte this time, the crowd doesn't go to the queen. It goes to the one who earned it. And you have the final line that they're going to have. Charlotte rises from her chair, then go forehead to forehead, eyes locked. The crowd is roaring, no words needed. Final line quietly says, then bring everything you've got, Morgan. You're going to need it. They both dropped the mics at the same time, stared on no physical fight, just tension at its peak. Why this promo works, Charlotte sticks to her untouchable icon character, dismissive cold. Liv finally stands up, not as an underdog, but as an equal challenger. Ends with the quiet intensity, not chaos, saving the explosion for WrestleMania. Let's see what an unhinged promo. Would you like a version where Liv goes more unhinged, darker version, or do you want a script post WrestleMania follow-up promos? Let's see post WrestleMania script promos. Post WrestleMania script promos for Liv. Okay, let's see. Okay, here are 3 scripted post WrestleMania promos, depending on how you want her to evolve her character after defeating Charlotte Flair. Each version shows her growth, but gives you a clear tone and direction to take her humble, unhinged, or dangerous champion. The humble, grateful champion faced Liv Morgan. On Raw or SmackDown, Liv opens the show with the title. I don't even know how to put this into words. For years, I was told I wasn't enough. Not strong enough, not serious enough, not championship material. But last night, I beat Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania for this. Holds up the title. This isn't just a title. It's proof that no matter how many times you fall, if you keep getting back up, you can be unstoppable. This title belongs to everyone who was told they were too small, too emotional, too broken. I see you. I was you, and now I stand here as your champion. Crowd cheers loudly. She wipes tears but smiles. Now the real champion begins. The real fight begins. So whoever's next, come find me. The broken Edge. Okay, so this is a tweener type of version of Liv. Okay, darker lighting. Okay, they said if I just worked hard enough, dreamed big enough, I get here. Well, I did. I beat Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania. I took her crown, her legacy, and everything leans forward. And you know what? It still doesn't feel like enough because now everyone wants something from me. They smile in my face like they didn't doubt me for years. But I remember who laughed. I remember who said I'd never get here. This title isn't an award, it's a warning. You want Liv Morgan on top? You got her. Now watch her how far I'll go to stay here. Now you have the confident champion, the dangerous champion, the heel full power trip. Last night, I didn't just beat Charlotte Flair, I humiliated her. I didn't steal the title, I took it. I ripped it from her legacy and carved my own name in history. You all begged for this. You said I deserved it. But now that I've got it, it's suddenly I'm too intense, too aggressive. No, I'm just a champion who finally stopped apologizing. You cheered for the underdog, but now you're staring at the apex predator. I'm not here to inspire anymore. I'm here to reign. Crowd boos, Liv smirks, and holds the title high. So line up your favorites. I'll send them all home broken. And then the different notes, and it says the direction of Liv. The facelift opens up the door for a new heel challenger like a returning Alexa Bliss or maybe even a Jade Cargill. Unhinged, Liv Morgan sets up a unique chaotic reign. She doesn't play heel or face. Think Joker meets underdog. This is an interesting character arc if she's unhinged. I actually would not mind them having blur the lines between heel or face and just her being herself. And then you have Heel Liv. Heel Liv makes her the final boss, perfect for a babyface redemption story to chase her through SummerSlam. Would you like help mapping out the first few as champion or developing one of the personas further with new catchphrases, gear style, or promo strategy? I think we're going to take a break for this one. We've been on here for 40 minutes doing this whole booking for 2 separate storylines. I actually really love the storylines that they gave us and the directions that they gave for the Bianca storyline, for the Charlotte storyline. Let me know if this were to happen in IRL and Liv does win the Rumble next year. And if one of those two are champion, which route are you taking? Are you taking the Charlotte route? Are you taking the Bianca route? Or even though we didn't get to it, would you take the Rhea Ripley route? Let me know in the comment section down below. Road to 2,000, ultimately that's 10,000 by the end of 2025. Super kick that like button, helps my channel get pushed across the platform so more people can see what I'm doing over here on YouTube. Superman punch that post notification bell so next time I post a new video, with your reaction video, rant video, live stream, any type of video. You can be little things when I do drop a video, and spirit the subscribe button. Takes 3 seconds out of your day to do those 3 things for me. Helps in the progression of my channel as well. But with that being said, hope everyone has a great day, great rest of your week. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys in the next video.